Hi, it's me again with Corel Roll Tips and Tricks. And somebody posted or sent me a message on Facebook, and I got them to send me the file. They're saying this wrench engraves where the white part is, and he he was pretty sure he had his wrench set on. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of that. Whoop! I'm going to go to Object Group and ungroup it. I'm going to get rid of that outside box so it won't keep popping up. And I originally thought, well, he doesn't have it set on RGB, but he does. That's an RGB color. Let's do a little test here. Let's make a rectangle and let's fill it in with my white, which is 255, 255, 255. I don't remember really what the colors were on this. See, they're 254. So that might be a clue right there that it is one digit off from being maybe a true RGB. I don't know, but you could still use the same wrench. And what I'm going to do for just a second, I'm going to see how big this thing is, and it's less than 2 inches. I'm going to set my nudge factor on like 3. And first of all, I'm going to nudge this really good graphic of Tulsa out of the way, and I'm going to grab that. I'm going to move it down. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to move my yellow box to encompass all that white. Now, if we can't just, he doesn't want to, most likely probably want to engrave all that black, but we could probably take this wrench and go no fill. Now we are missing, you know what I'm going to do? Before we start, I'm going to make a duplicate of this. And so we can see it, because there's some accents that we might lose if we do this right here. So I'm going to delete that and move it down. Tell you what, I'm going to make my yellow box the whole size. And then I'm going to take the black and I'm going to left click, right click. That got rid of the problem. You would need to change that line to a thicker line. And we can go ahead and do that at that time. And let's say if it's 1 point, and I would definitely like this, that's too much. Probably still too much. And don't always remember that you can type in a in-between number. But then we could get rid of this. Let's see what this white looks like against the other white, and see the black accent there, or what was the accent. So let's take got a leak there. What we can do to fix that, we can select all this and we can left click, right click that, and we can kind of fix this leakage. I'm just going to put that up there, maybe bring this out a little bit, because we want that. If you don't have that accent, I think it's going to throw it way off of the look. Whoop, grabbed the wrong one. That's one thing nice about Corel, you can always go back. There we go. Then I could fill that in with black and take it back up to our wrench. So that makes it look a lot better. We're gonna have to do the same thing on the back end, with the exception of maybe this time for this, we could left click. So I took the white away and made it black. I'm just wondering if we can't do that on this part. You know, we don't need this part of the wrench anymore. So let's take this white and move it down. See, this has some really, I really looked at this quite a bit before I started the video. If you don't have these in here, the wrench isn't going to look as good. So I'm going to now left click, right. See, there's actually something inside there. I'm going to take that. Man, there's a lot of circles inside there. There we go. I'm going to left click, right click that. And, you know, because it's all white, let's take all this and let's left click, right click, and see the facets. So what we can do, facets, I don't know what I'm talking about. There's the main part. Let's try to get, and I really should have not nudged quite so far down. Let's try adding that ring. And I think we're there, with the exception we need to take away to make this line something other than a hairline. A while ago we used 2.5, see, but it's a little less, so let's just use 1. I think that's going to do it. I think it looks good. Now, because we've nudged, we can group this together, Control G, and we can nudge it right back. And there is your item. Now, to answer his main question, I really think, and I'm going to have to test that white box, you know, because mine is RGB 255 on everything, and his was 244 or 254. I'm actually going to maybe do a little test on that and see. Now, he's got it set on RGB. Just check your colors, because true white in RGB, as far as I've always known with test and what I've heard, it does not engrave. And his is kind of engraving like a halftone, which it would be kind of like what a CMYK does. Anyway, hope that helped. Thank you for watching.